So we've now finished with templates G1 and G2X on the top of the guitar. This is the nut direction, this is the back of the guitar. These are the two inserts. So we take our transfer punch because we have to find an alignment hole on the back side that matches the front side to continue routing. And we put it in the corner of the route at the back, just like this, and we make a mark. We do this exact same thing with the other corner, and we make a mark. This works because this transfer punch is 1/2 inch diameter with a 3/16 inch diameter punch. So we used a 1/2 inch diameter router, so it exactly nestles into the corners. We're now going to use a 3/16 inch drill bit to drill holes all the way through to the back. So now we're on the back of the guitar. This again is the nut side, and this is the back side. So we have our two holes, and we're going to trace 1/2 inch circles around them by putting the transfer punch right in the holes and using a pen to trace 1/2 inch circles around them, which I've already done. These circles are used to align the next template. So now you can cover it again. We now take template G3X. Be sure to note where the label is. And we take the circles we've drawn and align them to the corners of this template's smaller rectangular hole, just like I've done there. We then mark the scale length and center line from this template's dotted lines, which I've already done. So now we're ready to do the routing on the back with template G3X. We've got our router right here, and it's set to the depth so that this hole we make here should be at the same line as this, at the same level as this hole we've made here. That's because this is going to mount our foot plate, which holds the bottom of the bridge, so we want that surface to be level with this surface. So that's the most difficult hole, because you've got to take the thickness of your guitar and then you go down 1 inch and 13/16. So you subtract 1 inch and 13/16 from the thickness of your guitar, and then you add the thickness of the template, which is 3/16, and that's how far you want to go down on this hole. Depends on the thickness of your guitar. I've done that. I've set my router to the right depth, and so now I'm going to start by routing this hole. So now we've routed this to the correct level so that when we mount the foot plate in this hole, it will be flush to this routed pocket on the front of the guitar. So now we're going to route all the way through on this hole, because this is where the strings go through. Goes the second hole. So now we routed the hole for the strings to go through. As you can see, there's a nice little nick where I got confused and set the depth on the bearing wrong on the router, so try to avoid that. Luckily this is a block of wood and not a guitar. Now we're going to route the back pocket. This is where the front bottom of the bridge goes in. So it needs to be routed a distance of 5/8 from the top of the guitar. So there again, whatever your thickness of your guitar is, you take that thickness plus the thickness of the template and subtract the 5/8 that you want to leave, and then you set your depth on your router to that level for the final pass. So I've done all that, and now I'm going to route this hole. Next we stack the G2 and G2X templates on this side and the G3X and G4X on this side, because they're going to be used as spacers for the G5X because it's such a shallow route. Now the G2 and G2X should be lined up so the edge of the template is on that scale length line, and the hash marked line on the template is lined up with the center line. Same with this one. If the hash mark line is lined up with the center line, then when I put the G5X over top, I line the scale length with the edge of the G2X, like that, and I align the center lines with the hash mark lines on the templates below it. So here we have the alignment of the scale length again and the hash marks. We're going to make our shallow pockets, and these are just to hold the back covers. And there we have it. We've done our final shallow route for the back cover plates. So the bottom front of the bridge will go under here. This would be your pickup. The foot plate would be mounted here. This is the second back plate. The first back plate where the strings go through would be here. And that is the finished G model routing.